Much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. If you can stand up, would you go ahead and do that for me, please? We're going to be learning how to use gestures to master the stage. And folks, we just can't do that sitting down and writing. So we're going to be standing up. I invite you to stand up, and we are going to be doing some movement. Let's go ahead and start by understanding what our hands can do. Can you create a gesture where you're inviting the audience towards you? Try that. Now try a gesture where you're pushing the audience away or trying to push something away from you in one direction. Good. Now try it in the other direction. Excellent. Now try this. Try going from down on one side of your body to up on the other side of your body. Yeah, simply go ahead and try that. Excellent. And now try pointing behind you and talk about something that's coming forward, something that is behind and coming forward. Now, try this. And now out to your face, a little bit larger. And now out to your shoulders. Now to the screen. You all see yourselves on your screen. Move your hands out to the edges of your screen. You can see it. Now, if you move further away from your screen, you'll find that your hands can go out even further and still stay on screen. But if you keep your hands doing exactly that, but move closer to your screen, what happens? Right? So all of a sudden, excellent. So all of a sudden, you start to see just what being on screen is like compared to being live. Now try this next. Your heads, would you tilt them forward, but look up at the camera? Now slightly tilted. Yeah. Like you're looking at something sideways. Like, what is that? What's going on there? Just a little bit. Oh, oh, yeah. It's the subtle little things that we can do that allow us to communicate on stage without any dialogue at all. Let's try our faces. Will you bring your eyebrows up for me? Oh, there you go, Francesca. There you go, Melton. Up and down. There you go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Soraya, we understand. Oh, he's going to take off his glasses and show us. But Soraya, you keep your eyes on the road, all right? Oh, there you go, Archibald. Yeah. Oh, Ilhan. That was nice. That was nice. Okay, now here's the challenge, Ilhan. Just one. Just one. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on, Elam. Is it Elam? Dagashar? Dagashar? So sorry. Now the other one. Switch them. Oh, that's good, timer. Ozge? Oje? That's very good. That's good. She got it. She got it. And you see, it's not just because I'm bald that I can do it. Or even those of you with hair, right? Right, Omer? Come on, man. You got to back me up on this, man. There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Tony, dude, I didn't even see you with the glass. Tony's doing it even though he's got glasses on. He makes it rise above the glasses. That's fantastic. Thank you. I'm going to have you stand up again in just a moment, but if you need to sit, go ahead and sit. It's all about gestures. It's all about mastering the stage. And here's the thing, everything we talk about here tonight, you can do. There's absolutely nothing that we're going to do tonight that you couldn't have done 10 days ago. It's just that maybe you forgot some of the directions, the manual. So it's about body language. We're going to be talking about how we use body language to make things happen. And it all boils down to one thing. I want us to stop looking like this on stage. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Forklift. Oh, hang on. You don't recognize forklift? How about this? Isn't this what you see in meetings? Fellow Toastmasters, right? Fellow Toastmasters. Oh my gosh, it's a forklift. Beep, beep, beep. I am here to deliver a message. Oh my gosh, Ilhan, if we do that, we might as well just send a memo. And yet, so many times, that's all people do. They just sort of do this. Like, this is all we can do with our hands. But we can do so much with your hands. You just proved it. You just proved it within the first 2 minutes of our meeting. But if I ask you to go up on stage and I ask you to do something with your hands, you'd all of a sudden freeze and you'd get stuck here. I mean, first you'd let go of the lectern and then you'd be stuck here. I don't know what else to do. I have directed hundreds of students in 30 years of being in the classroom, and they all have the same reaction. Mr. G, I don't know what to do with these things. They're called hands. Yeah, all of a sudden we just freeze up, Melton. We just freeze up. So I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to move us away from forklift, Homer. And I don't care how we gloss it up. It's still a forklift. And it doesn't matter how lovely you look, under what kind of lights, trying to deliver a message. None of us wants to look like a forklift. Does this make sense, Archibald? Archibald, you a good-looking man, but I'm telling you, if we stood up on stage and just did that, you'd look like a good-looking forklift. You see what I'm saying, right? So after tonight, no more forklift. Let's get started. We're going to start with some warm-ups. As with anything, you got to get warmed up or you're going to pull a muscle on stage, Surya. But really, these warm-ups, they're designed to remind you of how to move your body when you're on stage. So I'm going to throw this up there, let you get a screenshot. Screenshot. I've learned a long time ago, when you throw something up there and it's got all those words, you have to stop talking for a moment. Because everybody's like, oh, screenshot, or they're trying to take notes, right? And if you don't stop talking, then people completely, they're like, wait a minute, I'm trying to write everything down. Fursey, what'd you just say? So it's like, just zip it for a moment. All right, here we go. I'll throw it up there again later. We're going to start with our heads in our warm-up. Would you go ahead and do that for me? Rotate your head one way. Very good. On the video, this is going to look really good. It's like, man, what's wrong with these people? They've had a little too much to drink or they're falling asleep. Okay, good. Roll your head the other way. We're just loosening up our head. We're isolating. We are isolating. Remember COVID? We're isolating, but we're isolating different parts of our body. Good. Now, keeping your head straight up and down, which is how most people keep their heads when they're speaking, I want you to simply pivot your head to where it's facing your right hand, which is above your right shoulder. Good. And now forward, and now to the left. Good. And back. Again, we can simply pivot our heads in that whole range. But we forget we can do that. I've seen so many people create characters on stage and they turn their whole body. Like, why did you need to do that? Just turn your head a little bit. Next thing, tilt your head this way and now the other side so the ear goes down. This is normal. When you want to show a character that might not be so normal or might not be thinking straight ahead, you simply tilt your head and you can see some things. Watch what happens if you tilt your head forward, but look up and a little to the side. You still see both my eyes. Yeah? So we don't have to do a lot. We can just find different degrees of tilting. It looks like those original Star Trek TV shows. Right? We all tilt this way like the ship is moving. Excellent. So that's basically our head. Now, consider our shoulders. Would you go ahead and raise your shoulders up for me? Ready? Up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Very good. And up, 1, 2, 3, and down. Excellent. Did you all see how well Archibald did that? That's because when he was in school, teacher would go, Archibald, what's the answer? And he'd go, I don't know. Okay, just Archibald's like, I don't like this meeting anymore. All right. And now would you do this for me, please? Would you swing your arms forward? Go ahead and stand if you need to. Watch out. Don't hit your hand on the desk. Don't hit the cat, Ilhan. And backwards. Good. See, isn't this so much better than writing notes down, Julia? Excellent. Now try this. For you truly talented people like our timer, would you do one forward and one back, please? Go ahead. One arm forward, one hand back at the same time. Go ahead. Now I'm checking to see if you can do it right or whether you're just sort of swimming. Yeah, we got some good ones. We're going to have a drink and then we're going to see if you can do it better. Just kidding. Just kidding. We are Toastmasters. Try this. I know some of you were having trouble with that. Try this. Both hands up. Now slowly, Melton, one arm forward and one arm back at the same time. And stop. When would you ever have your hands like this in your speech, Tony?
Very good question. I wonder.
Right? When would I ever need this, Melton? Or Hassan? Why would I need to do this? Now think about this. Your hand that's pointing backwards, Archibald. Oh, sorry, you had an answer, Melton?
I thought in a yoga class I would do that last time.
I know. I did a yoga class this morning. We were doing that, right? Now, but think about this. You're pointing back to a PowerPoint, right? You've got your PowerPoint back here. Or Archibald is our latest weatherman on the TV. It's over here, hot. Over here, hot. This part of Turkey, still hot. Yeah? So we can do that. We can use our hand to point backwards. We don't have to do this. Because then the projection screen ends up on my head, right? But Archibald, if this hand is pointing to the PowerPoint, what's this guy doing up here?
Directing the audience?
Yes, sir. Bingo. Nailed it. We use this hand to direct our audience's eyes to us. Go ahead. Try keeping this hand back and this hand pointing to different audiences. You might be trying to get the attention of the people in the back row, whereas I am trying to keep my hand up here to keep those kids from over there from messing around. That's what we got to do in the classroom, right? I can't afford to turn my head, right, Elam? Otherwise, somebody's going to throw a tomato at the back of my head. So this is very simple. Yeah? This is what our warm-ups do. They remind us that our hands can move in all different directions. And then you'll notice, where does the gesture come from? Where does it originate? Does it originate in my hands? Where does the movement seem to start from if I'm doing this? Any thoughts? Yes. Is it Julia? Julia Kurt? Yes. It starts at the shoulders.
Exactly. Shoulders.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime it starts at the shoulders, it will work for you. And where are my elbows? Yes. They're away from my torso, Sinem. When we move our elbows away from our torso, we all of a sudden take up far more presence. Your gestures are going to get 5,000% better. I'm not even exaggerating that figure. 5,000% better simply by moving your elbows away from your torso. Because most gestures, you keep your torso in like you're trying to protect yourself from getting hit. And it seems to show that to the audience. We seem to be communicating vulnerability. We're scared. We're timid. Oh no, don't hurt me with your eyes. No. We move our elbows out. And now all of a sudden, the gestures become so much larger. Timer, is that really right? Are we really on yellow? There's no way we could be on yellow yet.
No,
Okay.
sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Still
All right.
green.
Oh, wow. I know all that movement. She went, bing, timer. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's our arms. Yes. Now, here's the next thing. And if you can, go ahead and stand for me. I want you to keep your hips in place. Now, you got to be on the honor system, all right? Now, we got two Meltums. We got Meltum Altane and we got Meltum Sahin. Sahin? Okay.
Right. Yes, Shahin.
You're on the honor code, okay? You're out there in the field of flowers, you're on the honor code. What I want you to do is keep your hips in place and rotate just your upper torso. Excellent. There you go, Hassan. Yeah, keep your hips in place, rotate just the upper torso. You're isolating the upper and the lower torso. Now, twist both your upper and your lower torso. So you're twisting all the way down to your ankles, Julia. There you go, Lance. And now, for you truly talented people, your upper torso one way and your lower torso the other way. Come on, Ilhan. It's just like the eyebrows, baby. There you go. There you go. Oh, I see. I can tell Tony's already doing it. I can't even see what his belly's doing, but I know he's doing it correctly. Just the way that he's moving. I think Surya is even doing it too, but he accidentally went in the other lane. Yes. Now, think about this, because right now you're going, what does this have to do with anything? I really don't know. I just wanted to see Ilhan dance. No. Here's what it means. Consider this. If one hand is pointing back here and my hips are pointing in that direction and my chest is pointing in this direction and my hand is pointing in that direction and my face is pointing up over there, how many different directions is my body going out? That's pretty good there, Tony. He's either presenting very well or he's doing yoga. It's like the Toastmaster pose, right? Forget downward facing dog. He's doing Toastmaster. Does this make sense? We have our energies going in different directions. We're more interesting to look at. Listen, all of you live in a really terrific place where there's this great artwork. Go look at the statues. Go look at the artwork. All the people in those paintings, pictures, statues, their bodies are pointing in different directions because they knew even 400, 1,000 years ago, bodies are more interesting when there's dimension to them. There's different angles to them. They're going in diagonals, not this. So if you want to look more interesting, get your bodies going in different directions. To do that, you have to remember the warm-ups and think, oh, isolations. All right, let's think about gestures, specifically what we're doing with our gestures. Screenshot. Gestures in 3D. Get it? 3D. You know, 3D. Okay. I know that was really bad, Ilhan. I'll try to stay away from the bad jokes. Something tells me, Lance, I'm probably going to fail at that though. More bad jokes to come. Okay, so 3D. We want to think about direction, duration, dynamic. Direction, duration, dynamic. Let's think about direction. The first thing we want to think about direction is there are three planes. Three planes. Planes. Geometric planes. Screenshot. All right. The first one is the sagittal plane. We want to be able to explore our hands going in different directions. And the first plane is sagittal. Imagine there's a line going right down the middle of your body. You can sit down now if you want, or you can stay standing, your choice. There's a line going right down the middle of your body, and there's a geometric plane, like a pane of glass. Yes? Now break that pane of glass. Go ahead, use your hand and bring your right hand across over to the left side of your body. It was one of the first gestures I had you do tonight. So I know you can do it. Once you move your hand, breaking the plane, you're all of a sudden more interesting because the body tends to keep the left hand on the left and the right hand on the right. If you don't think I'm correct, go watch any speaker at your next Toastmaster meeting. The left hand stays on the left and the right hand stays on the right. That's what the brain expects you to do. That's what the audience expects you to do. When you do exactly what the audience expects you to do, guess what the audience does? Yes. The moment you do exactly what they expect you to do, there you go, Lance, you will just pass out. Your brain shuts down. And you want to know what else you do? You start doing this. Oh, yeah, I know what the speaker's doing because I already can tell. So I'm just going to put it right there. Yes, Fursey, I'm paying attention. Yeah, students during COVID. I know what they're doing. So what you want to do is break the plane. Now the right hand is doing something different. Try this for me. Move the right hand across and then move it up. Remember when I had you do that diagonal? So now you're not just going across one plane, but now you're going across another plane. You see, this one is the first one, sagittal. This one is the second one, horizontal. A horizontal plane goes across. And traditionally, it's going to be right where your elbows are. Yes? Traditionally, the horizontal plane is right where your elbows are. Ilhan, I know you're getting worried every time I point my camera down. Don't worry. I got pants on. So once you are here, you can break this plane simply by, again, your elbows or your shoulders. When you break that plane, the hand is higher than where people expect it to be. The hands are higher than where people expect them to be. Now, this isn't that you got to keep moving your hands up and down, hands and down, and you got to look back at 1970s John Travolta and do your best move. Because I could just watch Lance Webster and do that. Come on, Lance. I know you got some moves in you. So, sorry, I didn't mean to do that while you were drinking, man. He was like, okay. So here's the thing. Whatever people expect you to do, you want to break that every once in a while. And it's not that you have to keep moving your hands over and over like, you've had too much of that coffee that Lance is having. Lance, that was coffee, right? Coffee. You want to keep in mind that the audience wants to see this box move. Not continuously move, but move every once in a while. Yeah, that's the bottom line. If it stays static for too long, we lose. Our attention spans today are now so... Sorry, I thought I saw a shiny object. Our attention spans today are so... Does anybody else hear a high-pitched noise? Right? There's such short attention spans. How do you keep your audience engaged? You have to change this picture. You ever watch a TikTok video? Right, Karina? You ever watched a TikTok video, Tony? Oh my gosh. The images are changing so fast. I'm not expecting you to do a TikTok video, Meltem, but both of you Meltems. But what you've got to do is understand what your audience expects you to do and then break from it. So this is the horizontal. If you remember back to my championship speech, the finals, the first thing I did was stand on a chair, break from what they expect from you. And then at some point later on, Julia, I sat on the ground. Break from what the audience expects you to do. Do you have to stand on a chair, sit on the ground? No. I'm simply suggesting you can move your hands. And if you're going to tell people our profits this year are going to go up, because this is more exciting than our profits this year are going to go up. Toastmasters, we are going to have a great year. Really? Because subliminally, you're kind of telling everybody that you have no clue what to do. And whoever said that this is a nice open gesture, I don't think they knew what they were talking about. So up, not just with my hands, but even with my eyes. This is the horizontal plane. This is the frontal plane. And you've already broken this when you went back like that. Think about talking about things that go from our past and come forward, right? This is in our past. I used to do that, right? How many times you say before Toastmasters, before I was married, before I had children, I was happier. No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Omer. So what we want to do is sometimes we use those physical ways to describe very abstract thoughts. Remember direction, the 3Ds, direction, duration, dynamic. This is duration. Most people, when they gesture, it's kind of like woo woo, right? They just sort of gesture and it sort of appears and disappears and appears and disappears. Now think about the length of time of your gesture. Try this for me. Hand up, one hand up. Now we're going to lower our hands down, okay? Ready? We're going to lower our hands down. 5 seconds. I'm going to count it out. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's that simple. What emotions are you now able to convey by slowing down the hand going down? Sadness, yeah, realization. Oh, yeah, all you did was slow it down. Now try this. Your hand is going to go from one side of the screen to the other, just like we did when we first started. Ready? Started on one side. I'm going to count us in and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What could that be? Time going by, seeing something walk across. You can put that image into your audience's mind simply by changing the duration of your gesture. Try this with me. Your hand. Oh, I forgot to do this warm-up. This is normally one of the warm-ups I have you do. Do this with me. You're going to go from here to here, okay? From here to here. Ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What was that? Lance, what was that? Melton, what was this? What were you demonstrating to us, Julia? Archibald, yeah, what was that, sir?
Growth, maybe.
Excellent.
Something blooming.
Growth. Yes, sir. Growth, blooming. What else? Anybody else?
Thriving, flourishing.
Thriving, flourishing. Good. Does this make sense? We can physically show something that is abstract in nature so that our audiences can understand what it is we're trying to describe to them. And not only that, but if you say, this is our future, the longer you keep that up there, the longer the future is in your audience's mind. It's there. It's still there. It hasn't disappeared. But if you let it go, it disappears. Here's the last one, the 3Ds, right? Direction, duration, and what was the third one?
Dynamic.
Yes. Good job. I'm not even sure who that was, but well done. Dynamic. We did this exercise earlier. Do this again for me. This simple gesture, your hands out to your shoulders. Now imagine on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 5. Now a 6. A little wider, go to a 6. A little wider, go to a 7. A little wider, go to an 8. A little wider, go to a 9. And now a 10. And back to a 9. And now an 8. Now a 7. Now a 6. Now a 5. There you go, Omar. Now a 4. Now a 3. Now a 2. There you go, Hassan. Now a 1. Thank you, Meltem. What have you noticed? What have you noticed, Sinem? It's the same gesture. This is the same gesture as this, is the same gesture as this, but they're different dynamic. It's the same gesture, Surya, but different dynamic. So if you're in a different space, you can use the dynamic to your advantage. If I'm on Zoom, I can do this. If I'm in a giant space, like the finals at Anaheim, then it's this. When we do our speeches, you're supposed to say your main point 3 times, right? Tell them what you're going to tell them what you want to tell them, and then tell them what you just told them, right? The introduction, the body, the conclusion, yes? So now think about this. If your theme is, we should love our families, so go ahead and create a gesture that shows, I love my family. I love my family. So maybe in your introduction, you go, I want to talk about how we have to love our families. It's a 5. And then in the body of your speech, Ilhan, you say, and that's when I held my first child. And I understand what it means to love my family, Eliam. And then at the conclusion, you say, so, fellow Toastmasters, remember to love your family. Yes, you've gone from a 5 to a 1 or 2 to a 10. It's the same gesture. You have reinforced your point with the audience. We're so visual. We can't absorb everything by listening, but we can absorb things through what we see. And now you've used your hands, your body language, your facial expressions, your eyebrows to communicate with your audience and move them, to move them from point A to point B, to move them to new emotions, to move them to faraway thoughts. I know right now your faraway thought timer is, Fursey, we've been on red for about 30 minutes, dude. You're way over time. This is the gesture I'm going to use for you, Fursey. Any questions?
How about
What?
How about selling an idea to the audience? Which gesture would be better?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Would
How
you
about
ask?
selling an idea to the audience? Which actually gesture will be better to selling an idea?
It depends. Does the idea come from the heart? Does the idea come from the mind? Does the idea come from thought? Does the idea come from a realization? Does this make sense? So everything should be selling an idea. Everything in a speech, all speeches are selling some kind of an idea. There's no such thing as an informative speech. Did I just say something that broke your heart? There's no such thing as an informative speech. Every speech is persuasive, yes? Every speech is, even if all you're trying to do is persuade your boss that your information is correct. Right? You're going, well, first, all I do is tell my boss data. Yeah, you ever had your boss look at you and go, thank you, Melton, but let me ask Surya. Surya, what do you think about that? You know, right? All of a sudden, you didn't sell it very well. So we're always trying to sell. We're always trying to persuade. We're always trying to inspire. and we can use any of our gestures to make that happen. It's a good question. Thank you, Sinem.
Thank you.
I love that everything that you've shown us applies not just to in person, but online. You've demonstrated so well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Direction, duration, dynamic. It's not that you have to keep your body moving like you're at some kind of, dance club or disco. But all we're trying to do here tonight is say, you have a lot more tools in your toolkit than you thought. You have a lot more tools in your toolkit than you thought. There's nothing that we did tonight that you couldn't have done last night. You just needed to look at the directions a little bit. Thank you all for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.